know the last time was when we were talking about the Lord of the Rings TV show and how it's about going to have lots of like orcs shagging elves and stuff.
Oh no! Please don't say that's going to be the case. I'm really scared for the Lord of the Rings TV show.
They've hired intimacy coordinators, so we know there's going to be some getting down and dirty shit.
I'm really scared because, like, to me, Lord of the Rings is almost like the Bible. Like, it's so a big thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want them to fuck it up. I really don't want them to fuck it up. And the movies were legendary.
Perfection.
Legendary. Like, I think you couldn't have got them better if you tried. No. They were done so perfectly. And I really just want to leave it there. Yeah. Like, don't just leave it alone. It's done. It's done. Just there's plenty of other things you can make.
Doing The Hobbit, almost spoiled it, but
almost the only to me the only reason why The Hobbit didn't spoil it is because The Hobbit is a kid's book.
Yeah.
And so the fact that it was a bit more childish is okay because it was a kid's book. So I let it go. I let the stupid bits go because of that. I hate it.
But this is going to be they're going to try and imitate Game of Thrones with this, and it's like, oh, we all saw how that ended up being.
Yeah, I hate The Hobbit, but it's acceptable. It is what it is. I hate it, but it's not bad. It's just I just don't like it. Too many things don't make sense.
Yeah.
And they filmed it in a weird way that gives you a headache.
Yeah, it looked like a computer game.
Yeah, it gave you a headache when you watched it. I don't know why he did that.
Yeah.
He's tried.
Are we talking like the 140 frames per second?
Yeah, it's weird, and it's like it hurts. It hurts to watch. It's unpleasant.
Like, you should all see it in this way, and then
it's horrible.
Yeah, it just looked like a really dodgy cutscene from a video game.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't really want them, but it annoys me because I wouldn't say I'm an avid reader, but I've read a lot of novels. Mostly, as I say, read. I don't read. I listen to them on Audible.
It's reading it. It's a form of reading, isn't it?
Somebody's reading it to me.
Yeah, exactly. And you're digesting it through your ear.
Like, there's so much good source material out there that could easily be made into a TV series. Don't need to make something that already exists. Just take something different.
Just do something new. Yeah, exactly.
Like there's a novel series called The Painted Man.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing series of books. I don't know. I can't remember. There's like 5 of them or something. It's huge, but it's a whole new thing that doesn't exist on the TV. It's fantasy fiction, kind of Game of Thrones-y in its setting.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like it's set in like the future, but the future as in everything went to shit, and now we're living in a Stone Age kind of medieval world.
So it's gone
because we had technology,
post-apocalyptic.
It's all gone.
Yeah.
It's all gone, and we're now back to living in little villages and towns because there's a demon threat. But the demons come out at night, and if you're not at home, behind your special magical wards that we used to know all about, and now we don't really remember much. They can't get through the wards, but if you're out in the open, they will rip you to shreds, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And there's this like the one dude who goes out and goes, "Fuck it, I'm going to kill the demons," and he paints wards all over his body to become immortal to the demon. And it goes on and on and on. It's fantastic because at the end of the book, you don't even know who the Painted Man is because there's 2 of them. You don't know who is the chosen one. There's supposed to be the chosen one, but there's 2 possible ones, and they're both completely different. Like one's like this Ronin character, he's like all on his own trying to save the world because he's going to do his thing, and the other one's like a religious leader from this badass cult that wants to fight all the
painted
demons.
Men.
Yeah, but you don't know which one is supposed to be, but they're also enemies, but kind of friends because they have to team up. But it's a really good thought-provoking book series, and you could easily make that into a TV series. Use that. Don't use fucking Lord of the Rings. It's been done. It exists.
Especially then going back to like the Second Age and all that. It's like I can understand why they're doing it, and I think it's probably a better step for them to do it. But then it's like, I suppose they've got more artistic license in a sense because not many people there's not as much known about it, even though there's a lot written about it. But it's like in terms of like a narrative sense,
They'll just fuck it up.
Stories that they can do, but
They will. They'll
they'll
fuck
just
it.
end up
They'll
putting
ruin
their
it.
own shit on it.
Yeah, they'll ruin it.
Allegedly, the Lord of the Rings Amazon stuff was actually going on a pretty good track, as it were. The problem was, the thing is, they had the Tolkien estate telling them what they could and couldn't do. So it was very much a case of, look, you can talk about this, that, and the other, but you have to do it within these very specific guidelines. And if you don't, you can't do it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think it was Christopher Tolkien died a couple of years ago. And ever since then, they basically fired all the Tolkien estate representatives. So God knows what they're going to do now.
If it's bad, I'm going to boycott it so hard.
Well, the thing, I don't know what they're going to do, because Amazon's already spent like £500 million on making the show. It's going to cost them a fortune to change it. And is it going to be worth them doing that? Woke politics doesn't make them that much money, especially if they've already spent this amount of money on it, you know?
Bless you. They won't care though, because this whole woke bullshit is it's not a good business model, but they don't care. It's all about getting the message out there. It's not about actually making good business, which is, you know, making something that everyone can enjoy, as opposed to like a, you know, the loud vocal minority.
See, the thing is, you say that, but the tide is turning. It's like a lot of companies these days want to make money, and they know that the woke politics isn't making them money anymore. So, shrug.
Well, it's taken them a while.
We'll see. Damn you, Harry.
Sorry, I was the inner chip in my head for the woke
Falling asleep.
politics.
You're an inhibitor chip that tells you order 62, piss off Jack. Execute order 62. No!
Every minute he's around you. It's nice. Built into his nervous system.
I just know that too many people are fucking up good things, and they need to stop. Simple as that. They need to stop. It's just so depressing. Maybe that's just being old, though.
No,
all old people do the same thing. All old people go, "Oh, back in my day,
it wasn't like it used to."
Maybe that's what we're going through, the stage of just growing older and just being pissed off that everything's being ruined. But actually, all the young people love it and I think it's fucking brilliant.
No, I disagree immensely.
I would also disagree, but I'm just throwing out as a possible
devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Sonic the Hedgehog movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that movie absolutely rocks, considering what it could have been.
Yeah, I mean,
like a demented.
This is They took the public's opinion and went, okay, we'll change it because it was shit.
Yeah,
because they understand that people like you and me who played the bloody Sega Mega Drive games back in the days, when it was you had 3 buttons and like the directional pad, and that was it.
Yeah,
and all 3 buttons just made him jump.
Exactly.
They all did the same thing anyway.
They understood.
Unless you were a fancy fuck and had the turbo controller, which had the 3 blue buttons at the top as well. In that game,
just made him jump.
Just made him jump constantly, which wasn't very helpful.
Yeah, it's just like boy.
But it's like they understood. They took the comments and they made it work. And it's like, you know what? Yes, there's some weird stuff like him dancing and flossing or whatever. But it's like, you know what? The rest of it is him being Sonic the Hedgehog in a Sonic the Hedgehog way for the modern era, and it's fine. Yeah. And it's like, I can live with that, and I enjoyed the movie. And Jim Carrey was bloody on form.
As he always is.
Yeah.